Hey, sound check, sound check. Is this on?
Could you please be quiet and go away?
What? Are you like friggin' serious?
Yep. Hello, Naomi94. This is Pax Max making a little broadcast for you. Yeah, that guy, he sure has an addiction, that's pretty obvious. The motivational force driving the addiction is probably very different from person to person. Some might be motivated by the social structure or the social parts of the game. Some might be attracted by the competitiveness and striving to excel at it. Some might have a problem with attention in normal social ways, but has no problems with concentrating on games. For myself, I can just say that I have never been addicted to World of Warcraft in any way, so that's not what I'm coming from. I have more of a addiction to technology and computers in particular. When you talked about that guy, I had no problem recognizing the patterns, like the hours and all the other stuff with changing in personality and all that. I've never been really super addicted to computer gaming in that sense that I would sacrifice everything else in life for it. However, I sort of got hooked on ICQ in the late 90s, spending a lot of time on ICQ, and that has had an impact on my job performance. Definitely had an impact. Stayed up really late chatting to people. I also ended up visiting people on that I've talked to and spent so many hours on with ICQ. So I went to Ireland, I went to USA. So I guess I was intrigued by the social parts of ICQ. The end of my addiction to ICQ came when I met a girl that became my wife. So it was not that she demanded that I stop ICQ, it was me who actually wanted to spend a little bit more time with her than spending time just talking to people. So it had sort of a natural end there. So my addiction changed when a bigger distraction entered my life, sort of. One addiction that hasn't left me yet is my addiction to technology and computers. I still consider it a very important part of my life. It's a fantastic tool to take away those boring hours. Okay, back to WoW addiction then. Have a pal of mine at work who did just what your boyfriend is doing now, on an even bigger scale. He just finished school and he then entered the WoW arena, and being out of school and not yet having a job, he had all the time in the world to spend on WoW, and that resulted in him becoming very, very good at WoW, of course. And the better he came, the more addictive it also became, and it was a sort of an evil spiral. So they were the top elite player of WoW, and of course it's an incentive to continue to hold that position at number one. He spent all the available time in front of the computer, in the end taking time to relieve yourself and eat and sleep became a burden to the game. Every time you logged out became the starting point of your score withdrawing. So in order to maintain your top position, you always have to keep struggling. In Sweden now, the awareness rate about this growing phenomenon of gaming addiction and also gambling addiction is heightened. So we have lots of support groups popping up here and there to help people and parents and children in need. As for treatment of this ailment, I cannot find any direct information. It seems like it's really personal and so personally dependent that you cannot give any general advice. Most of them, however, seems to be working on a long time, successively reducing the amount of time you spend on games, and also personal meetings with other gamers, and just stepping away from the computer and meeting others for a time is of course beneficial in its own. As for myself, I got out easily. I found a better distraction, so maybe my own dependency of gaming and ICQ and all that is more or less just an expression of mania, really. So I just quit one thing and jumped to the next mania. Anyway, I've been talking far too much now. To sum it up then, depending on personality, I think the best recipe is successfully reducing time spent on computer gaming and meeting with other people stuck in the same problem. But the single most important step is to get the person to admit that it is really an addiction he has. And of course he has to be sort of willing to drop it once he realizes just how detrimental it is. So good luck to him and you.
Down,